You know, the American government put a bounty on my head as a witness. They killed a Ghana while he was helping me. As I was soon the NYPD 13 Series 5052. And my mother was telling me to be careful that even her daughters are moving with a killer gang that do drugs and they're trying to kill me and inherit any lawsuit money. I was also trying to sue the immigration for arresting me wrongfully. And since then, my mother has been killed. Her daughters brutally drugged her with a counterfeit poison as my mother alleged. And my mother fled from Pennsylvania, come to New York, Bellevue Hospital, Manhattan. And my mother said she didn't know how the daughter found out this was it. My mother didn't tell her. And the daughter showed up within 2 days and told the hospital to lock my mother up. And my mother said the hospital staff was abusing, especially one Jamaican woman who was a nurse. I was listening to a conversation on the phone between the Jamaican nurse and my mother in the hospital, Bellevue. My mother was telling the Jamaican nurse that she's in pain and she needs her body shifted from the bed because they put all kinds of machine on my mother and she was bedbound. And the Jamaican nurse said, you're going to be in that pain for a long time. Nobody's going to move your body. They said, they want my mother dead. And my mother said, you can't leave a patient in pain. They said, you're trying to kill her. She said, I'm going to, and my mother was telling the Jamaican nurse she's going to file a report with the Department of Health. And that Jamaican nurse was observed. My mother was talking to me on the phone. You know, and within 2 days, my mother is dead. They moved her to the psych ward like her daughters wanted. And while they were moving her, they killed her. And they stabbed my mother with an injection. Like, you know, I heard at our hospital, they always stab people with a sedative. The Black American said it was homeless and tried to put him in psych ward. So I started with a sedative. So that's like a sedative called ketamine has been known to induce heart attacks in people by slowing their heartbeat, but they used it to calm people down. So they were just provoking my mother and trying to kill her, and that Jamaican was able to kill my mother. Throughout my mother's daughters will give them the order to lock my mother up in the psych ward. And all these US rappers, they've been singing songs, you know, like they're singing about me. There's one called Fabulous. When I was soon there, I used to play a song at the Brooklyn Library as I'm typing the lawsuit against the NYPD, the court case 13 CV 5052. And the song name was Girl, You Be Killing Them, You Be Killing Them, Girl, You Be Killing Them, yo, you know. So I guess, you know, they were angry at me that, look, I'm filing this lawsuit and I'm legally destroying their corruption. So they went and killed every gunner, they had him followed. They said he was selling cigarettes and cigarettes can kill. And because of that, they had him followed by the drug administration. So it was a purposeful killing. And they went and killed him on a day that is synonymous with my birthday. I was born on July 8th, but they killed him on July 17th, 2014. I used to go to a Black American church, and the pastor, Bishop Jordan, says July 17th is like July 8th, because number 8 is an important day to God. God always does great miracles, starts great things on the 8th. And so even if it's a double-digit number, God will add it up. If it adds up to 8, then God will use that date also. So my brother is July 8 and the kid got on July 17th. And the place where I just read it, you know, they were exaggerating. It was about to kill the police. And they said it was selling cigarettes. And when he stopped them, he was trying to kill the police. He's not a violent guy. I don't want to say he has felonies, you know, but I think he has already repented. I don't know, but I don't think he was trying to kill the police. I think it was set up, you know. I think they were afraid of him and choke him down. He didn't have any weapon on him. So since that, this guy named Fabulous has been putting messages on Instagram. I used to follow his account. And I think he's talking about me in his messages. I would tell him, please help me with money. I'm not looking for marriage or love. And he wouldn't respond to my message online. Then when I'm walking on the street in Manhattan or Brooklyn, I would see him. Then he did a song with PDD before PDD got arrested for sex trafficking. And the song was, if you look good, act bad. If you look good in Young Miami. I was like, that was promoting like sex abuse, you know. And then, you know, when I walk past the store in Brooklyn, we'll come outside and I'll ask him, sir, can you please help me with money? I will ignore me. So I guess he's aware I'm under FBI surveillance. It's because of my immigration case, before I got my green card. My mother brought me on immigration and arrested me. Said children are welcome in America with green card over this. You know, so I guess the FBI agents some of the rogue agents was snitching And people tell me I'm going to be killed like Jesus on the cross. You know, all kinds of people acting where some children trying to bump into me downstairs. I came upstairs. People are telling me I'm going to be killed like Jesus, and they're going to lie and said I want to die like Jesus. And I'm a member of a sex cult and authorize people to adopt children on my behalf. You know, and they're going to get my money. And you know, and they want me to disappear without a trace, I guess, to block every possible justice for me. So they have all these US rappers. You know, they'll be posting messages about me on Instagram. I'm gonna send messages to them. A lot of them, the reason why I send messages to them is because I believe they're talking about me. They don't respond to me, and they'll start meeting me on the street. You know, and still they'll give me the cold shoulder. So I guess a lot of them are aware I'm under FBI surveillance, and they wanted to make it look like so for the surveillance recording. They want to make it like I'm the one pushing these rappers. I'm the one that wanted to throw myself on them. And one day they would just say, okay, you've been bothering me for so long. Okay, get in the car. And they would drive me away like Notorious B.I.G. said in the song, your daughter is tied up in the Brooklyn basement. That's how I stay richer. You know, not guilty or whatever. So this PDD was moving with a Fabulous, and I've been noticing he's been stalking me. And I've even got a Black American musician to sing the song. Come pick up your clothes, I have them folded. Anytime I walk past the store, KITH, Brooklyn, I normally go to direct respect for money because it's a very rich neighborhood. People come there to watch basketball games. I heard some of the basketball games could cost $1,000, and this Fabulous will come and give me a bad look. I guess it's jealous because people give me enough money. They love the white people that give me $100. You know, and they'll come out of the store, I'll ask for it, won't give me nothing. You know, and I guess he's just trying to traffic me away because he did a song with PDD with Young Miami. So if you look good, act bad. If you look, so now everybody start acting bad. So I think that song is just to set me up to be killed and claim, look, I'm part of the sex trafficking gang. So that song is about me also. They're just trying to use that song to make it look like, you know, I was stalking these rappers. I wanted to be part of their sex cult, and I got killed in the process. I believe they're really trying to kill me, take me to Brooklyn basement. Like, Notorious B.I.G. sang about even before. I came with America with my mother. Like, she said, this is part of a bad gang. You tie somebody up in the Brooklyn basement, and it's going to be found not guilty. You know, so I think they're just trying to, you know, kidnap me. I used to live in the basement and tie me up in the basement, take my sperm, produce children, and then maybe cut my body into pieces, throw it into some river somewhere, and maybe millions of years later, people discover my body, and they piece the story together, and these people claim, well, this person was part of a gang and wanted to be sacrificed like Jesus. So a lot of the people in the Black American community are aware, but they won't help me. Alvin Bragg is aware. He sometimes comes and stalk me in a Manhattan neighborhood. Especially when Trump said he wanted to arrest him for some other crimes because he also participated in arresting Trump. So I know that Alvin Bragg was probably scared. Around Mother's Day, he came to a Brooklyn Manhattan park called, what's the name of this park again? Washington Market Park. The Black American workers that was called 911. As soon as Eric Adams said the migrants have come to destroy New York economy, you know, New York can't afford them. And I noticed in the Manhattan Park, they say Black Americans shoot a Venezuelan that used to come to that park. I killed them. Told the God I showed them the park, a Black American Black Walker. And the Manhattan Park called Washington Market Park, close to Alvin Bragg's office, is the Manhattan DS, a Black American from Harvard Law School graduate. And the Black American workers there, they'll be putting sticks on the floor in the bathroom, because I was born a boy, I'm not a girl. In England, they used to put gates with a stick called us faggots and killers. And then the Black American workers would call the police on me. There was one from Brooklyn, you know, and he would insult me, just be fighting me. He used to act like he was like a criminal, a thug, or whatever. You know, and they would call the police on me. And the same Black American police under there, they said, sit your butt down on the chair. You know, you look crazy. You know, the Black American police officer, woman, said, sit your butt down on the chair. You look crazy. We're going to call the hospital. Look, I was using the bathroom, and they were spraying me water. They left the window of the bathroom open. They tell me as an African, I do this now. And in the winter, they left the window of the bathroom, even though there's laws against you know, deny someone of heat. You have to lock the windows when it's winter. And this black American woman, she was like 50, says she's 50 years old. She says she has children also. I don't know, she's trying to connect with her child or whatever. And then she always arrest me, leave the window of the bathroom open in the winter. I'll be freezing. You're trying to use the bathroom out the rear, and they'll start spraying water through the window. They'll be laughing. And then they'll call the police on me. Said I'm angry and whatever. They think I'm crazy. And then they'll send a bunch of police to surround me. And the black American woman person will say, sit your butt down. You look crazy. I'm going to call the psychiatry, the EMS to take you to the psychiatric ward. And they'll be arresting one of every kind. And then I've been back to that neighborhood. So I said, sir, I've been trying to speak with you for so long. I got a thanks for coming in front of this park. And he was shaking, and as I was talking to him, he ignored me. He's hugging his fellow black Americans. I said, sir, can you please help me? And he walked away from me. And his police said, stop following us. What's your problem? Excuse me, I'm a human being. I said, I always get harassed. He said, I'm calling 911, you're getting harassed. I said, no, it's been happening consistently, and the police don't help me. I said, I'm calling 911. I said, the police don't help me. I call 911. I said, go to the police station. I said, the police station, they don't help me. They don't let me in. They send me wait outside, and they wouldn't help me. I said, I keep trying to do different prisons. I said, but we don't want to talk to you. He's here meeting people and doesn't want to talk to you. So take a hint. I got into black SUV and they drove away. They were trying to kill me. I also exposed Trump's corruption, because Trump, I used to go to his hotel in 2011. His hotel is called Trump Casino, and he used to dupe people in that hotel. When you win money, they won't pay you the money, and they'll chase you away with the police. Your gambling money won't pay to you, and if you declare bankruptcy, stole all that money people want, and declare bankruptcy. So they said the U.S. Senator from Arizona, Mark Kelly, said he's been hearing reports that Trump was duping people in 2011 in his hotel called Trump Casinos, Taj Mahal, Atlantic City, and he said he's looking for witnesses. So I've been trying to contact the Congress, but they don't want to help me. Since they only want to help Americans like that. Every of the Congress has been ignoring me. And Trump, in the meantime, has been trying to get me killed. And it seems the congressmen are waiting for him to kill me because they don't want me to benefit from nothing. So it's like a undercover collusion, even though they claim they don't like each other. But I guess the only thing that unites them is to deny an African like me justice. So their Congress, even Charles Schumer could reach out to me, doesn't respond back to me. And it makes it so hard. He said, if you're going to contact him on his official website, you have to sign a form, print out the form, sign it, and upload the form. I'm like, I'm always on the street. I don't really have access to a scanner and stuff. I'm like, how can you be a U.S. congressman or senator and make it so hard for someone to file a report on your website, on your official website? The other senators, they allow you to file a report right away. I filed a report with the black American congressman, Hakeem Jeffrey. He doesn't respond back to me, ever. So it's like he's trying to protect his fellow black Americans. It's the Brooklyn congressman. And Charles Schumer, it's not even funny. He's saying you got to sign a special form. A lot of the other congressmen or senators, they let you click yes, that you accept, that you give them permission to investigate your case. But he said he wants you to print out the consent form, sign it personally with your handwriting, and then upload it. And it's very hard for me to get into the library. So it's like they're just creating roadblocks. I'll never get justice. And they want me killed on the street. It's not even funny. They want to deny me justice so bad as a Nigerian, and makes only Americans benefit. And they hope these Americans will kill me, like the rappers, would tie me up in a broken basement, take my sperm, create children, and then the American children would inherit my property. And they would, I guess they would have to leave my corpse. I guess if you disappear for 1 year, they can declare you dead. And then they can use my mother's daughters to do DNA sample to confirm whatever sperm they steal from me, the children, they match. Because they said, the U.S. has laws, and they will, if a court parentage by estoppel, if there's any proof that a young child should benefit from an estate, they will force whoever's administering the estate to submit a DNA sample, and they can just have me disappear forever. Tie me up in a Brooklyn basement, chop me into pieces, So I think it's what your congressmen are waiting for. Well, please just stop this genocide in America. My mother dead, my father dead. My mother was condemned by 3 terrorists after they took her home. And I used to go to Brooklyn Library, type copies against them, and I'd be playing the song, you'd be killing them, fabulous. And they would send the police to drive me out of the library. I used to have an earphone, of course, I don't. And they would send the police to drive me out of the library. And all the lawyers that wanted to help me, they told me they didn't want to help me no more. I'm like, what is going on? My mother was telling me strength. Each time the lawyers told me to bring my mother for an interview when we get there, they'd be like, okay, we changed our mind, we're not going to help you and your mother. Keep searching, keep looking for another lawyer. And my mother was telling me she's tired of following me everywhere. And can't you see these lawyers are insulting us? And my mother had a high blood pressure. And she was like, she abandoned me on the street and went to live with her daughters in Pennsylvania, and the daughter killed her. And at that time, a Nigerian lawyer that works for the NYPD was telling me your mother's going to die soon. God told her, his name is Pastor Ike. So your mother's going to die soon. She's going to die from a heart attack. The witch is doing a spell on her to kill her with a heart attack. Tell her to leave Pennsylvania and come to New York and come to his church. She's going to rent us a room in the Bronx, a single room, and my mother should stay there. So I told my mother about it. She was like, no, she's not going to come. Because I told her the guy's really good. He said he used to be a part of the cults that kill people in Nigeria. It's a college student, it's a satanic cult. But now he's repentant, he's now working for the NYPD as a lawyer. So my mother said, if anybody admits they're part of the cult that kill people, so once the killer was a killer, she was like, nah, she's good. I said, it's not required. I said, no, she can't come to his church. And within a number of days, my mother started having heart attack symptoms, and she ran back to New York. And she told me that what that pastor is saying is true. But it's not a witch that's trying to kill her. It's her daughter. My mother said she didn't want to tell me that Bolani has been putting some poison in her food, causing my mother's heart to raise, her leg to swell, and causing my mother to have bloody diarrhea. And her daughter was moving with like a killer gang. And her sister also was trying to kill my mother. We put my mother on the box of the car and hit somebody's house. And she has another daughter in Nigeria, moving with people that was trying to kill my mother. My mother had marital problems. My father married another wife. She said that daughter was moving with all kinds of people like that, even dangerous, more dangerous people. So my mother told me to be careful, that to stay away from my daughters. It's like they're into some scheme to kill my mother and inherit my potential loss of money. So they're very jealous that I'm suing for money, and they're looking for a way to steal that money by killing my mother and very killed her and kill me also. So this is what is going on. So please donate to my cash app, NYC Homeless. I solemnly swear on the United States Federal laws and other regulations that what I'm saying is true to the best of my knowledge and remembrance and my belief, and that I'm not looking for surrogacy or marriage or a friendship, whether secret or open, with anyone or to be a member of any church called. I'm just looking for non-conditional charitable donation to my cash app or to me person. And or student loan with interest rate similar to the one the U.S. government charges students here in America, or the commercial banks charge students in New York City for student loan, whichever is cheaper. I'm not trying to get price gouge. And if I'm dead or I get killed, only super activists like me should administer my state. No family member or friend should administer my state. And such super activists administering my state should not have denied me up in the past, and they should get justice for me and live on and donate the rest of my estate to charitable donation to people suffering in the people like me and live mother. People being deported by trying to be prioritized for assistance. And nobody should make a movie about me, connecting me to Michael Jackson. I used to look like Michael Jackson. I don't want nobody to, but I don't look like him anymore. I was born about Michael. I don't want nobody to claim I came to America to become Michael Jackson. I died in the process. And also, I'm also introverted. No, people don't really know about my private life. Even the immigration asked me, when they wanted to deport me, when my mother brought me here, before I got my green card. And I told them they shouldn't deport me, that my father would abuse me in Nigeria. I said, did I tell anybody about my father abuse me? I said, no. I said, they asked me, why didn't you have my sisters living here? I said, because I'm very private. I don't really like to tell my private life to people. I said, I'm introverted. So it's in my immigration file, A7795468. A7795468. So I'm very introverted. I don't even talk to my mother's daughters anymore. But in the past, when I talk to them, it's just general stuff. I'm very private, introverted. Unless my mother dressed like this under her rest, I go into my private life. So I don't have any friend or family that I talk about my personal life with, so they won't even know about my life. And under the law of self-focus, you got to respect somebody's wish when they're alive, and even when they die, you have to respect their wish. So nobody's make a movie about me unless I'm alive to participate in that movie, and I'm marketed, what the movie's going on. So please, this was coming.